Good morning and welcome back to Built by Bo. We're finally back with Smokey. We're going to finish up where we left off. It's been a couple of months. The weather's been crappy and been busy. But in any case, what we're going to do is revisit the PIMPX computer in TunerStudio, and we're going to play with electronic boost control. On my last video, we had installed ARP head studs in Smokey, and we were talking about turning up the boost a little bit. So previously we were running about 16 pounds, and now we're going to try and get up to 19 or 20 pounds of boost. That being said, that's going to be our task today. And as you probably see by the thumbnail, Smokey is going to be up for sale pretty quick here. This might be the last video we have with Smokey. I did build this car pretty much solely for just putting content on YouTube for the build. When I was building Turbo Mustang, there wasn't any information or very little information about the build available. So I thought it would be good to put on some information of my build on there. But enough of the chit chat, let's get into TunerStudio and play with the electronic boost control. All right, so pulling up your TunerStudio screen, if you go into your boost VVT area, you can click on boost control settings. In this area right here, you have your overboost protection. You can have a fuel cut, a spark cut, or both. And then right here, you can see my boost cut I have set to 274 kPa, which is about 25 pounds of boost. You can adjust this as you need. If you it's more of a safety than anything, because you do get boost creep. Now, when I was first doing this electronic boost control, it wasn't working well for me, and I ended up checking some other YouTubers and stuff and found that this output polarity, it was set at normal. So I set that at inverted, and my boost control started to work. So that's just a little bit of a secret, just in case that happens to somebody else. You can exit out of here and you can go into boost VVT and then boost control duty table. Now, I had it set at 70 before. I'm going to actually knock it down to, I had put it at 60 last video, but we're going to knock it down to 50. Knock that table down to 50. We're going to burn it. Close her up. And then I'm just going to go back in and just double check that it took. Okay, so it's set at 50. So on this table, 100 means that there's no duty on the boost controller on my particular setting. So 100 means the duty it's off. It's not leaking past anything. It's not giving any more boost. It's just off. Now you can set any of these tables in here. You can have it come on, depending on your throttle position and load, you can set these differently. So you have more boost down low, less boost down low, more boost up top, or vice versa, just by how you play. But right now we're just going to keep all the table the same and go forth from there. Once you exit out of here, you always want to save your tune. Save tune as, make a new tune. And what we've been running in here is I've got my Smokey 89 tune, which is a 90% duty, so it's only running about 13 or 14 pounds of boost there. And then I have my Smokey Auto-Tune 70, which it's running about 16 pounds of boost. And that one is the one I've been running the whole time with the factory head bolts. Now we are going to make one Smokey Auto-Tune 50, and we're going to take it out and try it and see what we get. Save that up. Now we're going to cycle the key and just make sure that everything took as normal. Back to the table. Won't show you too much. We'll have a bubble in where you're idling. So right now, obviously the boost duty would not be doing anything. And then as I rev the car, you can see the bubbles following. So that all looked like it took good. So now we will get set up and we'll take it for a drive and make some pulls and see what kind of boost we increase to. Alright, so the car's up to temperature now. We got some fresh 94 pump gas. We're just pulling onto the highway. We're at about 18 pounds of boost, maybe. I'm going to go into boost VVT, into the boost control table. We're going to lower it down to 40. Always make sure that you save the tune as a new tune, so you can always go back to the other tune. Okay, tune saved. I'm going to cycle the key. And we'll try again at 40. is I'm going to make a couple of pulls just with the boost reference chart up so we can see exactly where it is on the chart. As you see, we're here. So I've made some adjustments. I've moved the boost duty down to 35 and I've put myself into auto tune mode, and we're going to do a little auto tuning and check the boost now. And now we see 20 pounds. Good, perfect. So we're back. seemed to be a pretty good success. So it took us down to 35% on the duty cycle to get it to where we wanted it. Now it's making like 19 to 20 pounds, and I'm happy. I'm going to leave it at the 35% duty right now, because in different scenarios you get different amounts of boost creep. I have it with the turbo rusting car, and sometimes in some scenarios it could spike up to more. So if I get it closer to the boost cut, then you're always bouncing off the boost cut. So I'd like to drive it around a little bit more and find out where exactly the boost creep is going to end up before I turn it up anymore. But hopefully that helps people see how the electronic boost control works. And you know, to get it at the 16 pounds from the factory, you know, 10 or 11 pounds on spring, up to the 16 pounds of boost, it took 30% of duty cycle. It was set at 70, and then it took from 70 all the way down to 35 to get me to the 19, 20 pound mark. So it's slow to reference, I suppose. And as you saw in the video, the boost was dropping down and then back up. It was kind of like spiking up and down. And that's because the wastegate was opening up, and you'd lose boost and then it would close and it would regain boost again. So the wastegate is probably a little bit too efficient for this setup, but that's what we're running. So moving forward, this car is going to be for sale. Like I said, it was built solely for YouTube. I was never intending to keep it, and hopefully someone else can get the car and take it over and start continuing on with the build with it, and it'll make somebody a nice car. I want to thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the videos. And I have a lot of other stuff planned, other projects planned on other stuff. But time is a factor, and family always comes first, so we have to deal with that part first. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.